Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you that is all about the Titans in Titanfall. I'm playing a game mode called Last Titan Standing. We're going to talk about this game mode because it's a new one for shooters, a little bit, definitely a little bit off the beaten path. I'm going to show you all of the different Titan loadouts, and you're going to see the first two matches that I play are with Titan loadouts that I don't like a whole lot, and then I'm going to use my favorite loadout at the very end, and you are going to see a huge uptick in gameplay. So I'm going to die a little bit these first couple of rounds, but at about the 5-minute mark, I'm going to go 4v1, my Titan versus 4 other Titans, and I'm going to stomp people. And I'm not playing bad people either. My team is more the press guys. We have 2 people AFK, and I didn't know that starting off, so we're playing 4v6, and they weren't the greatest. I don't know who was on the team, but it didn't go very well. The other team was like LevelCap and Tmartn and Goldglove, and they were working together, and they were rolling us pretty hard. So I was really impressed with my gameplay at the end when I broke out my favorite Titan, which I'll go ahead and spoil a little bit, is the Sniper Titan. So the game mode is called Last Titan Standing, and it's kind of like, if you're a Call of Duty player, you could liken it to Search and Destroy. If you're more of an old school gamer, it might be more like Counter-Strike, except there's no objectives, nothing to plant, nothing to arm, no bomb, no nothing. So you could say it's a little bit more like, I think it's I was going to say you only live twice, but it's one life to live, or it's just where you have one life in GoldenEye, that olden game. So my Titan is down, it's blown up, and that can actually count as a loss, which you'll see later. But in this one, if you eject in time, and you have your life, and your team is still in, you're not quite eliminated. You can still help after you've died, after you've failed your objective. You can hoof it on the ground. Normally in a big city map, I could hoof it really fast and catch up with this Titan, no problem, but we're playing on Fracture, which is a much bigger, much more open map, so I have to chase him, and I can't get too close, because if I get too close, he can melee me or step on me, which you're going to see from my perspective later on, and there's not a whole lot of cover, so I have to use what little buildings I have, which is this round thing, to kind of bounce off and misdirect. Okay, so he sees me, so I'm going to bounce to my right and then back to my left, but the round lost. Even though I'm alive, my Titan is down. All you have to do is eliminate the Titans and you win this game. That was the machine gun class. That's the very standard basic class that you get. I guess I could liken it to an assault rifle or maybe a light machine gun or something like that. Most people found that to be their favorite class. I didn't like it at all. I thought the machine gun was too weak, it wasn't accurate enough, and just didn't float my boat. So I swapped over to what they call the artillery class. And again, we'll get back to the Titans and stuff a little bit. This one shoots 4 dumbfire rockets that go in this big circular spray pattern, and its goal is to lay down really heavy, slow-moving suppressive fire at medium to long ranges. But you can see our guys back there AFK, and the other team knows it, so they're coming in on us. This is YouTubers and gamers here. They're going for their gameplay, and we're going to get stomped. The Titan that we have available here in the beta is called the Atlas. It's the generic normal Titan. It's got 2 boosts, which you can boost backwards, forwards, side to side. You saw me doing it a little bit there. You can't jump with it, but you can hit ramps with it and get air, which you'll see later. I use that to my advantage. And this has medium armor, medium speed, medium boosts, medium a lot of things. It's the more generic Titan. I just caught as many missiles as I can possibly catch right there with the shield. The shield is by far the most common, we'll say, defensive attachment or defensive perk. You can customize your Titan loadouts and do a lot of different things with them. And now I got to use my boost to get out of trouble here. The shield charges up over time, and it allows you to put your hand up and creates a force field, and you can catch anything that's coming at you. And not only from Titans, but from guys on the ground. Like, I caught some machine gun bullets and pistol bullets and threw it back at them and kill them. And when it throws it back, it doesn't home, it's just a dumbfire. But what can happen is, let's say I shoot like 10 rockets at this guy, and he catches them. He can throw up his, and he can throw my rockets back at me, and I can pick up my shield and throw them back at here. So we can play a little bit of badminton or tennis and throw our equipment back and forth at each other if our timing is good. But the shield will only catch so many bullets or only so many missiles. It times out pretty quickly. It's got a hard cap on how much it can catch and how long it works and how long it refreshes. So if you just saw me deploy a whole bunch of dumbfire missiles right there, not just from my gun, but your right bumper in this game, on Xbox anyway, is your more offensive sort of attachment, your more offensive loadout or perk or whatever. And in this one, all we had unlocked was the dumbfire missiles. I know there's a lot more, there's several more. All we had is like the spray missiles. Some people had machines that had this other one defensive unlock called it was like the Electrostatic Fog or something. I had to eject here. I thought I was going to jump out and jack the Titan, but I was actually the last Titan left, so when I ejected and blew up my Titan, it's game over. At this point, I'm going to swap over to the Sniper Titan, and my gameplay is going to get a whole lot better. Right now, I am 1-1. I'm going to end up this game, I think, 8-2 or 7-2, and a lot of those are 3 and 4v1 because my team dies. So you're going to get to see some really, really good Titan gameplay here. Now, back to what I was talking about. It was like Electrostatic Fog. It's so that when people jump on the back of your Titan and they try to hijack you, you can hit this button and it deploys the fog, and it electrocutes anybody on your body, and it is also, again, a smoke screen. You can't see through it, and I don't think some of the weapons shoot through it. I know that in the final game there are a lot more weapons than what we've got here, and a lot more loadouts and a lot more perks. I've seen especially a lot on the offensive category. So this weapon that I'm using right now is called the 40mm cannon. I would liken it to a sniper rifle. It's not quite a sniper, maybe a DMR or a marksman rifle would be more like it. It has incredible range, and you'll see me shoot a little bit later on. It does have, it's not an instant range, it's not a Call of Duty. It shoots a projectile that has the travel, so sometimes you have to leave the target. And at long ranges, the Corollas effect kicks in, and instead of being dead on accurate, it will spin. But it deals a lot of damage, it shoots fast enough for me, big magazine, and it allows me to play very conservatively and just punish people, which is what I like to do in Titans. Now this guy here, he ejected and he ran across the top. You can see his dot on the radar. He thought he was going to come and hijack me, but not today. I just have to show you this again in slow motion because I love punching the pilots into giblets when they come to hijack me. They show up differently on the radar than the regular grunts or anything. Now we're having a little shield battle. At this point, most of my team is dead, and I'm just duking it out here. This is where the good gameplay starts. What was I saying? Oh yes, the Electrostatic Fog works well. I know that we only had 3 weapons in one Titan and just a handful of loadouts. I know that there are a lot more. I know that there's like 5, 6, 7 weapons. They were kind of hidden from us. There are a lot more loadouts. You have an Ogre Titan, which just gives you tons more health and shield than we have here on the base model, but no boosting. And then you have what's called the Strider, the Light Titan. He has like 7 or 8 of those little boosts, so he can scoot around the map really, really fast, but he's also very weak. And then there were even other things you can put on the Titans. There was one that has a fast eject, like an auto eject, so as soon as you get shot, you automatically eject. You'll never die in your Titan. There was one of them that was called a nuclear core, so that when you do blow up, you blow up really, really big and take a bunch of people with you, which I may have used in a different video. There was one that had a Regen Mode. There were several different options. And also, if you notice, on the right-hand side of my Titan, I have this thing that's counting down, and you might see it pop up. It'll say Damage Core Online. That allows you to get a damage boost. I'm not sure if it's 1.5x damage or 50% more or double damage. So kind of like when you're on the ground in a normal non-Titan v Titan game as infantry, you get a Titan in 3 minutes, but if you kill a whole bunch of people, your timer counts down and you get them faster. Same kind of way here in the Titan. I have about 3 minutes before I get my damage core. However, if I kill a bunch of people, the damage core will get here faster. At this point, I made a big tactical mistake. I got cocky. They rushed around back, which I was not expecting because my teammates usually block up that back hole over there, and I got caught by somebody that's sniping at me over here or suppressing me. I've already taken more damage than I want to. My shields are down, and I have to try and use my boost to scoot around and escape all the death out here and help my teammates as much as I can. But I am going to mop up and get a lot of kills this round. I'm not going to win this round. I'm not going to win the game, unfortunately, because when you're playing 4v6 and the 6 are really good and the 4 are not so good, that's just not something you can come back from. But I am going to play very, very hard. As for how the Titans handle, they don't have very many special controls, which was surprising. As a pilot, you have some special abilities, and in the Titan, what your controls, you can sprint in the Titan, you can melee in the Titan, you can't jump, but you can boost around a little bit, and the special abilities like pilots have cloaking and special jump and run speed. You have the same kind of things here on the Titan with your shield and your offensive abilities. So the controls are almost one for one. It's basic Call of Duty style controls. It'll feel very natural and normal. They're not super hard to pilot. On PC, I would guess if you were playing, they probably do have a really hard lock on your mouse speed or your sensitivity so that you can't do quick 180s and Titans and stuff. I'd imagine they'd put a rotational limit in there. But on console, there doesn't appear to be much limit. You can look around more or less the same speed. You can aim down sights, normal, ADS, zoom in for more accuracy, that sort of stuff. And it was really fun, and I would tell you, when you get your Titan, don't go balls to the wall with a Titan. The Titans are not made for running up into everything and letting 3 pilots jump on your back and soaking up damage from the entire team. The Titans are made for you to play conservatively. They are made for you to lock down an objective. They are there for you to squeeze a choke point. They are there for you to deal massive damage without taking too many risks. As a pilot, you're incredibly fast. You die very quickly, but you can deal a lot of damage, so it is in your best interest to play very, very aggressively, and also because you're not worth very much. But as a Titan, your mobility is limited, though your firepower greatly increased, and while you have a lot of health, just one guy jumping on your back ruining you, I should not have turned around there. I should have shielded. That's probably where I lost this game, is taking all that damage, because now I have to shield to try and escape from all these people. It is just in your interest to play conservatively as a Titan and play aggressively when you're a pilot. And right now I'm pinned 2v1. I'm trying as hard as I can here, but I just can't go in. And I know my Titan's going to go down, so I'm going to try and take this guy with me as much as I can, spamming melee both of them, and I just got grabbed and chunked. He just ripped me out and threw me, and we were defeated. But I was really happy coming back from 1-1 to 7-2. I thought it was very good gameplay, and this also shows you exactly how the Titans fight in Titan versus Titan combat. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.